everyone and welcome back to my channel. First off, please excuse the voice and the general look of me. I unfortunately contracted COVID, so this is what we're working with. I am here to talk to you about something I'm really excited to take part in, and that is a book club created by the wonderful Celine. StuffCelineDoes on everything. I've linked all her stuff down below so you can check it all out. But she runs a book club called the Bookwanderers over on Goodreads. And each season, so at the moment it's spring, goes on for 3 months. So it goes from March to May. And this season's theme is Spring in Bloom, which is all flowers and it's beautiful. Some of the templates that Celine has created they're just amazing. So I'm just going to run through the prompts and tell you what I'm going to read for all of these. The first one is read a book with a woman as the main character, so a female main character. And I've gone for a book that has been on my TBR for a little while now, and that is The Confessions of Franny Langton by Sarah Collins. It's a Costa Book Award winner in 2019. The last one I read, which was a Costa Award winner, was Piranesi, and I loved that, so I have lots of high hope. This, I believe, is a historical fantasy fiction, and I'm really excited. I know nothing about it, so I can't tell you anything about it. But this came in a Waypoint Books subscription box, the Full Moon box. So Hannah from Letter M chose this one for me, so where can I go wrong? But it's a beautiful cover and it's got flowers on it, so I think it fits the prompt pretty well. And I'm guessing it's about Franny Langton, so we'll see. The next prompt is read a book about a self-journey. Now, I have chosen The Deathless Girls by Karen Millward Hargreaves, mostly because I was supposed to read this in February even, and February wasn't my reading month. And I was really upset that I didn't go get this, but it's a sapphic vampire love story. I think I've said this before, and I've explained what this one's about. But again, I'm really excited to get this. I'm guessing it's going to be like a self-discovery, because it's sapphic. I don't know, maybe. But again, this cover is kind of creepy, but there's flowers on it. So again, it counts. The next prompt is read a book with Asian representation, and I'm so excited to get this one. It is Gummy Ho Wicked Fox by Kat Cho. And this is a very floppy book, and it's very pink. It's very cool looking, but this was actually a gift in a book exchange I did with my friends from Hannah over at the Bookworms Feast and everything. Again, I'll link her down below, but she kindly got me this one. This has been on my wish list for years, and I'm so happy that someone finally bought it for me. But I'm actually going to get to it this month. Well, not this month, and the next coming 2 months I'm going to see this one. So very happy. Again, love a floppy paperback. Next up is read a book with flowers on the cover, and I'm finally taking the opportunity to read The Foundling by Stacy Halls. I loved The Familiars, and I know that this has nothing to do with it. It's a standalone by itself, but I'm very excited to get to it. Again, it's historical fiction just like The Familiars was, but I really love Stacy Hall's writing style. I think she's a really fantastic author. And there are flowers right there, and there's flowers everywhere on this book and on the spine and stuff, so I think we can safely say this one has flowers on the cover. Again though, I don't really know what this is about. I know it's historical fiction again, so magical realism, which is her usual stuff, and I'm really excited. So the next prompt is read a book which was published in the spring. Now you'd think this would be really easy. It's really not. But because this was only published recently, I'm counting it. I'm going to read Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Su Lin Tan, and this edition is beautiful. And I'm actually going to be buddy reading this with Celine at some point, and then in the next 2 months we will be buddy reading this together, and I'm kind of really excited. I know this is based off of Chinese mythology, inspired by the legend of Chang'e, the moon goddess, which is obviously the Chinese moon goddess. And I'm very excited. Again, it's a YA fantasy, but it's a debut, so people seem to be loving it. So I really can't wait, and this edition is just gorgeous. The next prompt is read a book with POC rep, and this is a book that I saw, and I saw it because of the cover, because that's generally how I buy books, apparently. But this is Build Your House Around My Body by Violet Coppersmith, and this is an Asian author, and it's based in Vietnam. And it looks very interesting. It looks very spooky. It seems to have some sort of mythology going on. It's set in the past and in 2011, which is kind of fun. And it's probably a thriller. But it says, 2 young Vietnamese women go missing decades apart. Both are fearless, both are lost, and both will have their revenge. But I'm going to be honest, it was this on the cover that really spoke to me. So, and again, it's got flowers, and it's kind of creepy, and it's a vibe, and I'm really excited to get to it. Prompt number 7 is read a book with your favourite colour on the cover. Now, it's really funny. When I was going through this with both Hannah and Danny, both of them were like, oh, I don't know what my favourite colour is. And I was like, well, I like greens, I like blues, I like blacks, and I like purple. Like, those are the ones that always comes to mind. And I'm choosing a book because both Hannah and Danny want me to read this. And I think a lot of people want to know what my thoughts are. And I think it might be a 5-star, but I'm really nervous about. I'm going to read Horrid by Katrina Leno. And this cover is stunning. I think it's one of my favourite covers ever. And it's because it's so fucking weird. But I really love all the colours on here. It meshes great. I mean, the roses are like a dark blue, almost black, which is really fun. I know that this is a haunted house, essentially, but I'm really excited. So we will see how I get on with that. Prompt number 8 is start a new series, and I'm really glad Celine has done this because, again, another book I was supposed to read in February and then didn't, but means I can read in the next couple of months. It's Jade City by Fonda, and I'm really hoping to get to this one this time instead of, you know, putting it off. Because I don't know why I put all the ones that I really wanted to read off in February. Because I really wanted to read them all. February, I was just not down for reading. A lot changed in February. March hasn't been much better, I'm going to be honest, because I've been catching up. I've not really read anything from my TBR, which is just great. But Jade City by Fonda. And this, again, it's a urban fantasy, and that's about all I can tell you. You can go watch my other TBR video, where I explain what this is about, because I don't really know right now. But yeah, this is what I'll be reading to start a new series, finally. Going on to the last 2 prompts, the next one is read a beautiful book. And honestly, I thought this would be easier because I own so many like special editions and I love them all. But because I couldn't choose, the lovely Hannah was like, I have a book that is very beautiful and you can borrow it. So that's why I've gone with it. And it is stunning. And it's the Illuminated edition of A Marvellous Light by Freya Marske. And it is absolutely bloody beautiful. And I absolutely adore that this plastic film comes off. And it's so pretty. I think I have actually no idea what this is about. And I probably should have looked at it. So it's a fantasy romance. I'm guessing it's LGBTQ+. But this edition, like, are you joking? I don't need to say what it's about. It's meant to be a pretty book and I think, you know, nailed it. And then last but not least, read a new to you author. This one was gifted to me by the lovely Hannah, and that is Lustre by Raven Lilani. And she gave this one to me because she wants to know what I think of it. Because it's all kind of done, it's like literary fiction. It's all kind of, not a lot happens, but loads happens. And I think because I like Piranesi, she wants to know what I think of this one. I don't know much about it, but I am intrigued. So, there we go. Happy days. And there we have it. That is my TBR. That's 10 books to read in the next 3 months. Isn't that a lot? But I'm very excited to finally get to reading most of these. Some of them less so, and there's more in here than I thought, and of course all my other TBRs are happening, and readathons are happening, and oh my gosh, so much is happening. But I'm excited, so if you guys like this video, please check out the links down below of all the people I've mentioned, and if you are reading any of these and want to buddy read them with me, please let me know and we'll set something up. Leave a comment, like, all that good stuff, and subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!